The Nightly Business Report.
Good evening. Tonight, in an effort to allay public concerns and increase affordability, the Ceylon Electricity Board will submit an updated proposal to lower electricity rates to the Public Utilities Commission of Sri Lanka tomorrow. The program that permits foreign workers to import completely electric automobiles has undergone a rigorous assessment. The market displayed a positive trend on the fourth trading day of the week as the S&P SL20 and ASPI both maintained their weekly gains. And all three of the major US stock indexes record closing highs as technology companies surged following positive Salesforce results, and remarks by Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell provides the market with a late boost.
From Studio 24, here's Anuradhi Vikramasinghe.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. The Ceylon Electricity Board will present a revised proposal to reduce electricity tariffs to the Public Utilities Commission of Sri Lanka tomorrow, aiming to address public concerns and improve affordability. The proposal is part of efforts to balance cost reduction with the sustainability of the electricity sector.
The Ceylon Electricity Board has completed its review of the relevant data and will finalize the calculations for the reduction in electricity tariffs today. The board stated that the final percentage by which the electricity tariff should be reduced will be determined after these calculations. Once the revised proposal is submitted, the Public Utilities Commission of Sri Lanka will take further action on the matter. Earlier, the CEB has presented a proposal to reduce electricity tariffs, but the PUCSL instructed the board to revise and resubmit it for further consideration. The CEB's revised proposal aims to address public concerns over high electricity costs while ensuring long-term sustainability of the electricity sector. The final decision on the revised tariffs will be crucial in managing the affordability of electricity for consumers while maintaining service quality. It is expected to be a key topic in upcoming discussions between the CEB and the PUCSL.
The Inland Revenue Department has extended the deadline for filing income tax returns for the year of assessment 2023-2024 due to the recent severe weather events. The original deadline, November 30th, fell on a Saturday, and the IRD had made arrangements to remain open over the weekend to assist taxpayers with online filings. Technical support was also provided along with additional assistance for senior citizens. The extension offers relief to taxpayers and approved accountants affected by the adverse weather conditions. The IRD emphasized that this extension ensures fair compliance and gives affected individuals the opportunity to complete their filings without undue pressure. Taxpayers are encouraged to utilize this extension and submit their returns as soon as possible. A special audit has been conducted on the scheme following expatriate workers to import fully electric vehicles.
The Speaker of the Parliament, Ashoka Ranwala, announced that the audit report on the scheme allowing expatriate workers to import fully electric vehicles will be presented to the Parliament today. This audit focuses on the issuance of permits under the scheme, which was implemented from the 1st of May 2022 to the 15th of September 2023. The scheme aimed to promote the importance of environmental-friendly vehicles by expatriate workers, but concerns regarding its transparency of effectiveness led to the special audit. The report will provide insights into how permits were granted, whether the scheme met its intended objectives, and if there were any irregularities or issues in the implementation. Parliament is expected to review the findings and determine any necessary actions based on the audit's conclusions. This move follows increasingly calls for greater accountability in the government programs designed to attract foreign remittances and promote sustainable practices within the country. The audit results are set to play a crucial role in shaping future policies related to such schemes.
Sri Lanka's Central Bank Governor Dr. Nandalal Weerasinghe stated that the country is building foreign reserves to cover $5 billion in debt obligations for the next 12 months. He emphasized that foreign inflows in 2025 will improve liquidity in the domestic foreign exchange market. Weerasinghe explained that traditional foreign reserve measurements focus on import coverage, but the country's reserve needs over the next year are also crucial. He confirmed that $10 billion in reserves would be sufficient given Sri Lanka's flexible exchange rate. The International Monetary Fund targets $13.5 billion by the end of its program, and the central bank aims to meet the IMF target with increased inflows from remittances, tourism recovery and strong exports in 2025. Let's take a short break now. This is the Nightly Business Report. Welcome back to the Nightly Business Report. On the fourth trading day of the week, the market showed an upward trend, with both the S&P SL20 and ASPI continuing to sustain their gains throughout the week. For further insights, we speak with Zaima Jihan from First Capital Holdings.
The Colombo Stock Exchange continued its positive momentum for the 8th consecutive day, with the all-share price index increasing by 48 points to close at 13,559. While the S&P SL20 index gained 36 points. So today the market experienced a strong uptrend during the morning session, largely fueled by active participation from both retail investors and high net worth individuals. Notably, the banking sector and blue chip companies saw significant price gains as investor interest continued to remain high. However, the index slowed down after midday as some selling pressure took hold, resulting in a more subdued afternoon session. Key contributors to the market's positive performance included Commercial Bank, Sampath Bank, Milster Corp, Hatton National Bank and John Keys Holdings, all of which made substantial gains. Market turnover, on the other hand, amounted to LKR 4.5 billion, a decline from yesterday's session, but still marked a 24.5% increase from the monthly average. This rise in turnover was driven by multiple off-board transactions, reflecting strong investor activity. And the banking sector led the turnover, contributing 29%, while the capital goods and materials sector jointly accounted for 35% of the overall turnover, indicating a broad-based participation across various sectors.
In October this year, Sri Lanka's Construction Purchasing Managers Index recovered to a total activity index of 54.3. After election-related uncertainties were resolved, respondents reported a resurgence in construction activity. For further insights, we speak with Anjali Matthews from First Capital Holdings.
In October 2024, Sri Lanka's Purchasing Managers Index for the construction industry showed a positive rebound, registering a total activity index of 54.3, where this indicates a growth in the sector as construction activities regained momentum in the month following the resolution of uncertainties related to the elections. So this increased confidence among construction firms reflects a shift back to normalcy in project execution. And a key factor contributing to this growth is the new orders index, which continued to rise. The favorable market conditions, such as the decline in construction material prices, have also played a significant role in attracting investors. The quantity of purchases index also turned positive in October, which aligns with improved activity levels in the sector. However, despite the overall positive trend in activity, construction firms remain cautious as reflected in the employment index, which continued to decline. And furthermore, the suppliers' delivery time index also saw an increase, indicating that suppliers are taking longer to deliver materials, likely due to ongoing global supply chain challenges or domestic logistical challenges. And looking ahead, the outlook for construction activities over the next 3 months remains positive, and this optimism is primarily driven by ongoing availability of projects, with many companies expecting more work to become available as market conditions stabilize.
Despite political unrest in South Korea and France, gold prices did not move much in Asian trade today due to low demand for safe haven investments. February gold futures declined 0.1% to $2,672.99 an ounce, while spot gold dipped marginally to $2,649.09 an ounce. The demand for gold declined as investors turned their attention to riskier assets as Wall Street surged to all-time highs. Gold's appeal was further diminished by remarks made by Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell, which suggested a more cautious attitude to future interest rate decreases. As a result, gold's safe haven demand remained limited, overshadowed by a strong risk appetite and a resilient US dollar. Oil prices remained mostly stable today as investors awaited the outcome of an OPEC Plus meeting later in the day. Brent crude futures rose by 0.07% to $72.36 per barrel, while U.S. crude futures increased by 0.09% to $68.60 per barrel. The OPEC Plus group is expected to extend its current oil output cuts by at least 3 months from January. This move is aimed at providing additional support to the oil market amid ongoing geopolitical tensions in the Middle East. Although OPEC Plus has been planning to gradually phase out supply cuts throughout the next year, it has delayed taking any action so far. The outcome of today's meeting could offer clarity on the group's strategy moving forward. The Sri Lankan rupee has slightly appreciated against the US dollar today compared to yesterday. According to the Central Bank of Sri Lanka, the buying rate of the US dollar has decreased slightly, along with a reduction in the selling rate. Let's now take a look at how the Sri Lankan rupee is performing against other global currencies. A short break now. This is the Nightly Business Report. Welcome back to the Nightly Business Report. Commercial Bank of Ceylon has been named the official banking partner for the 38th edition of the Colombo Shopping Festival, organized by Aitken Spence Conventions and Exhibitions, a division of Aitken Spence Travels.
The Colombo Shopping Festival is set to take place from the 13th of December to the 22nd of December at the Sirimao Bandaranayake Memorial Exhibition Centre in Colombo. This highly anticipated festival, a shopper's paradise for over 3 decades, attracts thousands of visitors each year, offering a unique and exciting shopping experience for all. This year's festival promises to be even bigger and more exciting as Aitken Spence Conventions and Exhibitions celebrate its 37th consecutive session of organising the event. The festival continues to grow in popularity, drawing larger crowds annually. With a wide range of exhibitors showcasing products and services across various sectors, the event is expected to offer something for everyone. Sponsors, exhibitors and loyal shoppers eagerly look forward to this annual celebration, recognizing it as a trusted platform to showcase and purchase valuable products and services.
Hella Apparel Holdings plc has issued a clarification in response to false claims circulating on social media regarding its acquisition of Focus Brands Limited, as well as other unrelated allegations aimed at the company.
Hella Apparel has strongly refuted accusations made against the company, calling them misleading and part of a targeted campaign to harm its reputation. The company clarified that its wholly owned subsidiary acquired 100% shareholding in Focus Brands Limited on January 24th from JD Sports Fashion plc, a leading UK-based retailer, for a total cost of €8 million. The transaction was fully financed without any bank borrowings. Details of the acquisition were disclosed in Hella Apparel's audited 2023-2024 annual report, which included a comprehensive breakdown of the assets and liabilities acquired. In response to the misleading content, the company has formally requested the publisher to remove the article and associated posts, as well as issue a public retraction acknowledging the baseless nature of the claims. Hella Apparel believes this misinformation campaign is a deliberate attempt to damage its credibility and assured stakeholders that it is working with legal counsel and authorities to address the issue and protect its reputation.
Mahil Kuragama has recently been appointed as the chairperson of the State Mortgage and Investment Bank, bringing with him over 32 years of diverse and extensive experience in the banking sector. Kuragama, a senior banker, was appointed to this prestigious role in November, leveraging his deep expertise in leadership, strategic planning and management. He is an associate member of the Institute of Bankers of Sri Lanka and an alumnus of the Harvard Business School. Throughout his distinguished career, Kuragama has held various key positions, including branch operations, administration and internal audits. Notably, he played a significant role in the corporate management team and the technical advisory team at Sampath Bank, further solidifying his reputation as a leader in the banking industry. Cinnamon Hotels, part of the John Keells Group, launched its Hospitality Education Initiative, the Cinnamon Hospitality Academy, in partnership with the Swiss Hotel Management Academy. The program is a significant milestone for Sri Lanka's hospitality education sector, with collaboration from the world's top 2 hospitality universities, EHL Hospitality Business School and Swiss Hotel Management School. During the launch, Cinnamon Hotels Deputy CEO and COO Hishan Singhawansa emphasized the need to strengthen Sri Lanka's human capital in the tourism sector. He noted that the program is a timely initiative to meet the growing demand for skilled professionals. Singhawansa also expressed confidence in the government's goal of attracting 4 million tourists annually. The initiative aims to harness Sri Lanka's strategic location, its appeal as a tourist destination, and the natural hospitality of its people. Aiken Spence plc won the prestigious Grand Slam Award at the 21st Best Corporate Citizen Sustainability Awards, organized by the Ceylon Chamber of Commerce on the 3rd of December at the Cinnamon Grand Hotel, Colombo. The company also claimed the Best Corporate Citizen Sustainability Award 2024, securing the Grand Slam by winning the award in 5 different years. Nestle Lanka Limited and Sampath Bank plc were named the first and second runners-up respectively. The annual BCCS Awards recognize corporate sustainability champions and promote initiatives that deliver social and environmental benefits while pursuing profits. Talawakale Tea Estates received the Category B Best Corporate Citizen Sustainability Award for companies with an annual turnover below 15 billion rupees. Kalani Valley Plantations and Alpitia Plantations were awarded first and second runners-up in this category. Let's take a short commercial break. Global business updates coming on the other side. This is the Nightly Business Report. Welcome back to the Nightly Business Report. Most Asian stocks rose today following a third consecutive record high close on Wall Street, driven by a rally in tech shares. However, South Korean equities continue to decline due to concerns over a potential political crisis. The South Korean Ministry of Finance announced a 40 trillion won market stabilization fund after President Yoon's declaration unsettled markets. In response, the Bank of Korea may purchase bonds and expand repo operations, with authorities ready to implement contingency plans if needed. Japan's Nikkei 225 rose by 0.7%, while the Topix index was up by 0.2%, supported by growth in the country's service sector. China's Shanghai Composite Index saw a slight increase, while the Shanghai Shenzhen CSI 300 index remained largely unchanged. All 3 major U.S. stock indexes scored record closing highs as technology shares rallied after upbeat results from Salesforce and as comments by Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell gave a late boost to the market.
All 3 of Wall Street's main indexes notched record closing highs on Wednesday, thanks to upbeat results from Salesforce and comments from Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell. The Dow added about 0.7%. The S&P 500 rose 0.6%, and the Nasdaq climbed 1.3%. Speaking at a New York Times event, Powell said the economy looked strong and that inflation was continuing to moderate. Investors expect a 3rd consecutive interest rate cut at the central bank's policy meeting later this month. In earnings news, tech took center stage as Salesforce jumped 11% to hit an all-time high a day after beating analyst estimates for third-quarter revenue. Other cloud companies also advanced. And Marvell Technology rallied 23% and also hit a record high after the chipmaker forecast fourth-quarter revenue above analyst estimates. Speaking of which, Nvidia gained 3.5%, leading gains among the mega-cap growth stocks. Earlier on Wednesday, a report showed that private payrolls rose modestly in November. Investors now await weekly jobless claims data on Thursday and the monthly non-farm payrolls report on Friday.
Apple and Baidu are working to add AI features to iPhones sold in China, but are facing hurdles that could hurt the tech giant's phone sales in the country.
Apple appears to be facing trouble with AI in China. Tech publication The Information says it's struggling to adapt Baidu's artificial intelligence models for its phones. The report says there are problems with the model's understanding of prompts and its accuracy in responding to common scenarios. Elsewhere in the world, Apple uses tech from ChatGPT maker OpenAI. But AI systems from US firms are unavailable in China, leaving the market to local companies. Neither firm commented on the report. But if confirmed, it would be bad news for Apple in a very tough market. Recent figures showed its phone sales slipping 0.3% in China in the third quarter, while local rival Huawei posted a 42% surge. And AI is a key battleground. Apple's launch of its latest iPhone 16 in September drew scorn in China for lacking the new technology. The Information says the tech giant's privacy policies also block collection of data from iPhone users who make AI-related queries, data that Baidu wants to save and analyze. The report says the Chinese firm's latest model, Ernie 4.0, is the basis for the iPhone services.
And that's all from us here on the Nightly Business Report for today. We'll see you again tomorrow with the latest updates across the business globe. Until then, I'm Anuradhi Vikramasinghe. Thank you very much for watching. Have a good night.